Well, it's Sunday morning. I'm heading back to Texas from Iowa, and it's 25 degrees right now. Good test on cold weather driving. So I got about 50 miles. I'm sitting at 50% state of charge, and I gotta make my way down to Joaquin, Iowa, and to electrify America. And I'll do a big charge there so I can get to Kansas City. And on the way, I'll have the car pre-conditioned and get things warmed up so we can take the fast charge on the 350 kilowatt charger. So I'll get back with you once I get on the road. Well, we're pulling into the come and go where Electrify America is, and we're here in Joaquin, Iowa. And right now I'm at 21% with 46 miles of range. So we're going to do I'm estimating a long charge here because we got, I'm not quite sure how many miles. It's probably about 190 miles we have to travel to get down to Independence, Missouri, just outside of Kansas City. So we can the police are out today. There's the second one I've seen somebody pulled over. And good. Empty stalls at Electrify America. One of the 350s is not working, and the other one is the one I used a few days ago. So we'll just plug into that one. On this 350, I had problems with cable number 1, so I have to get the car over so I can reach for cable 2. That one worked just fine when we used it. Okay, we'll go get plugged in and we'll see what we're doing. Okay, we're plugged in and we're ramping up. And 196. See, it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit outside. But we got the car nice and warmed up coming over here. 50-mile drive. 198. So I'm going to do a little calculating and see how much charge we need to get down to Independence, Missouri. Yeah, 199 is the highest I've seen. There's 200. First time I've seen 200 on the car. Well, I charged up to 96%. I got 232 miles of range in there. Just want to make sure I had enough buffer to make it to Independence charger, Electrify America, and it's about 197 miles away. So I got a little bit of buffer in there. I got 3 bailouts along the way, but they're slower charge points. But I shouldn't have to stop there. I'll just do a little hypermiling at the beginning and see where I am. So let's get it back on the road. I was here about 38 minutes. interesting development. 3 days ago, when I drove this route from Independence to Joaquin, Iowa, it was 197 miles, but the temperature was like 65 degrees. And I left Independence, Missouri at 88%, and I pulled into Joaquin, Iowa at 8%. This morning, I was in Joaquin, Iowa, and I charged up to not quite 95% because I stopped it. And it looked like the range bubble was giving me enough range to get to Independence, Missouri. And as I was driving, because I could see the difference between on the car, my predicted range along with the distance to the charger. And usually that difference stays fairly constant. Well, this morning I started seeing my buffer was decreasing. So the distance to the charger and the predicted range was coming together. And then the car itself popped up and says, we predict you're not going to make your destination. Do you want to see alternative chargers on the route? And I already knew I had like two bailouts. And I said yes. And it brought up the two that I knew of, and I picked the furthest one away, which is one we're going to. So, and it said I would arrive there with like 35 or 38%. So I just needed to stay there just for a short time, just to get enough to get to Independence where I can get to that 350 charger. But then from that on, I can just, the chargers are closer together all the way from through Missouri, Kansas, and Oklahoma. So I can just start doing charger hopping after that. It's just this almost 200-mile gap where there isn't anything faster than the 150s or higher. There's nothing. There's just these charge points at the 62. And so no big deal. And I get to see another charger along the way. But I predict I'm only going to be there just for a short time. So we'll see how it goes. So it looks like it'll probably be about, well, not quite an hour, and I'll be at that charge point. So talk to you then. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the temperature here now is 28 degrees. So there's a 40-degree temperature swing from it was on Thursday to compared to today. So it appears that the heat pump is working harder to try to maintain the temperature in the battery, and that's where the extra power is going. And so, because otherwise, the battery's going to cool down, and I'll cold gate. If I end up at a fast charger, it'll just charge really slow. So that's probably what's going on, is that the car is trying to maintain battery temperature, and it's consuming more battery power to do that. So that's why my range got cut short, which everybody knows with EVs in cold weather, the range is shorter. And I was anticipating that. And that's why I knew of these two bailouts along the way that I could just jump in and get another charge. So that's it. Well, we are in Missouri, just across the border. And my first bailout spot is just a few miles up ahead, but we're skipping that. We're going to the second one. Now I did re-look at the estimated range to the original charger I was going to in Independence, and things have improved a little bit, but it's still right at that ragged edge. So I'm still going to stop at the charge point up ahead at about 60 miles and just do just a quick little top up there, and then be on down to go to Independence. So that's where we are. got a new update on our situation. The temperature's come up some, and I slowed down. I usually drive 5 miles over the speed limit, and I brought it back down to the speed limit, and I put the car in Eco Pro mode. And after a few minutes, the car kind of recalculated itself, and all of a sudden now I have more range. So I removed the destination to that charge point just up the road here, and I put the Electrify America back in as my destination, and the car calculated I would arrive there at 13% left in the battery. So I don't have to make that intermediate stop now. I'm just going to just continue on, and I'll get to Electrify America, and so lesson learned. You just slow down a little bit and put the car in Eco Pro, and you can make some of these long distances. And then after that, I can then get back to what I normally was doing and start charger hopping and drive 5 over the speed limit and put it back in comfort mode. So I'll check back in when we exit, and we have a little back road we have to take, a little shortcut to get down to the charger. That'll be up ahead in about 60 miles. We have like 76 miles to the charger, and right now we have 103 miles predicted range, and we have 43% in the battery. So we'll see if the calculation is right when we pull in at 13%. We'll see where we are. See you later. You can see in the range bubble, it's well past where we need to get to the charger. So did a little hypermiling, gone to Eco Pro mode, and we've extended our range, so we eliminated that stop that the car wanted to do earlier. So I'm quite happy. We'll check in at the charger. Well, our exit is coming up right here in less than a quarter mile. So here it is. And this, we're going to take the shortcut over to the charger in Independence. We got 36 miles of range. I got the 40-mile left range warning, so I'm going downhill. We got 37 miles of range now. We just did a regen. And I got 17 miles to the charger. So let's head on over there, and we'll get ourselves plugged in, and then we'll head on from Independence. We'll go right through Kansas City, and we'll head over to Topeka, and we'll start hopping from there. So I'll check back in with you when we get to the charger. Okay, I got my charge. Charger was kind of slow, but I think my car was cold gating because I came in at 7%. And I know the preconditioning would not run if you're coming in under 10%. But I was running at, I got about 83 kilowatts charging speed. I got more than enough to get to Topeka, which I believe is, it's 83 miles away. I'm going to start charger hopping. I was talking with a couple next to, in the other stall next door, in a Mach-E. They're from California, and they did a cross-country road trip. They're actually heading back to California, so they're fun to talk with. So let's get back on the road. Now we can run in comfort mode. Let's get it back in comfort mode, and get some speed. It's got overcharged a little bit, but that's fine. I'll just use it up in speed. Well, we're in Kansas, and we're on the Kansas Turnpike, and we're heading over to Topeka. And I got it back in comfort mode, and we're doing 5 over the speed limit, and got more than enough charge to get to the charge in Topeka. So, making up some time that we had to spend when we slowed down to hypermile. Here comes the toll plaza. What's nice is Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, they all are on the same system. So you have a tag from Texas, it works in Kansas. So I can just go right through the express. So it's getting a little warmer. It's 37 degrees. I'm at 48% stated charge, 103 miles of range, and I got 46 miles to get to the EA station in Topeka. And then from there we can then decide, the next one after that is Wichita, or we may just charge a little longer and we can stretch it to Blackwell in Oklahoma. And but we need to go see what the state of those chargers look like, if they're online, So I'll check back in with when we get to Topeka. Well, we're here at the charger, 23%, so let's get all charged, hooked up. Okay, we pulled into Topeka and I'm pulling 199 kilowatts on the charger. So I need to calculate how much. Oh, we got up to 200 now. Need to calculate how much we need before we get to the next one. We've been here 18 minutes and the range bubble has moved past the charger in Wichita, which is 134 miles away. And we got 163 miles in the battery right now at 68%. So I'm just going to wait just a little bit, a few minutes more, and then we're going to be off. Well, I got my charge. Talked to my fellow charge mate over here. He lives local, driving a Bolt. So I'm gonna get on the road and start heading to Wichita. Got a headwind we gotta deal with. And we got one bailout point along the way, which is just outside of Wichita, so I'll probably just hypermile it and not worry about it. So I think we got more than enough charge to get there. last hour or so. I got a really strong headwind I'm dealing with, and I don't want to sit at that charger any longer than I had to, because I'd rather be out driving. So right now I got 38%, I got 81 miles of range, and 55 miles to the next charger in Wichita. So I'm driving under the speed limit, and I'm an Eco Pro, so I'm just maximizing as much as I can just to get the miles off. And there's just a big gap. We went, and then this wind was, and of course the temperature is down to, it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So we're going to make it no problem. We're going to do it because after Wichita, the next charger is like 83 miles. So we can pick up some speed, go there, do a quick charge, and then into Oklahoma City. And I could charge longer at Wichita and go to Oklahoma City, but no need to. I'd rather drive faster. And after Oklahoma City is Ardmore, and that's where I'm staying the night. So we'll just do one last charge there because there's nothing at the hotel, so I have to charge the car when I get there because the battery's already hot. So it's the best time to do it. And it should only take 15-20 minutes, because after that is Denton, Texas, and that's not that far away from Ardmore. So I'll check back in with you when we get into Wichita. We're just coming out of the Flint Hills. That's all these hills we've been going up and down. So a lot of people think Kansas is nothing but a big flat plain, but no, in this part of the state it's quite hilly. And you can have those long vistas you can see in the distance. Coming up on our exit, we're at Wichita, and we have 12% battery and 27 miles of range and 4.2 miles to get to the charger. So looks like we're going to come in above 10%, so the battery should be preconditioning. Head over to the charger. Okay, we got 61%, 150 miles, and we have 65 miles to the next charger, so we're going to pick up the pace and go there and do a quick top up. I can get a snack there. This mall here is way too crowded to get anything to nibble on. So let's get back on the road, and I don't need to be doing hypermiling now. And pick up the pace and zip down to the other one. Do a top up there, and then we can get into Oklahoma City. There's only 2 chargers working there of the 4. It's the same thing I was a few days ago. And do a quick charge there, and then we'll head on further south to Ardmore, where I'm going to stay overnight. So let's go find the highway. So I'll get back and check in with you guys after we get down to Blackwell. I'm here at Electrify America, so let me get plugged in, get it to start charging, and I'm going to go across the street and have dinner. Well, time to go. We got 73%, 153 miles, and I got 109 miles to go to Moore. We're going to have to stop at Moore because the other one was just a little too far, and I got a really big hill to climb at the end. So I'm just going to do a quick stop at Moore, and then off we go. I just exited Moore. I'm gonna go over to Electrify America. There's only 2 working stations here, so hopefully one's available. And I'm at 19%, so the battery should have been preconditioning. I'm gonna have to call Electrify America. Oh, that one's working. Nope, that's not working. Well, I didn't have to go find another station by the time I was looking up where to go to get a Francis Energy. The Nissan Leaf that was here left, so I pulled in, got my charge. Now I'm off to my last stop, about 83 miles. I got let's get my GPS going again. There we go. We're going to arrive with 26%. we have 64% right now. And it is 86 miles. I got 151 miles of range. So plenty of range for speed. Well, we're in Ardmore. Got 20%. Got 2.4 miles to get to the charger. So this is where the hotel is. And it's going to get into the 30 degrees Fahrenheit tonight. So right now the battery is nice and warm. So this is a perfect time to go charge it since there is no charging at the hotel. So we're going to go up to Electrify America and going to charge the car and then let it sit, and then it'll be ready in the morning. Oh, got some cars here. Of course, they're using the 350s, and they don't need to. Oh, he's not using 350. I can use it. He's using the 150 over here. Well, I had a very good charging session here. I tried 2 stations. They both ramped up to about 105 kilowatts and then fell back to 47, and then there they sit. Which is fine because I'm just charging up tonight just before I go to the hotel. And I'm getting enough range to get to Fort Worth in the morning. So I'm going to call it, and I'll start again in the morning at the hotel. Good night. Good morning. I'm here in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and I've been remotely preconditioning the car, so it's nice and warm in here. It's 41 degrees outside. Had some rain coming in. I'm trying to get out early to get past it. So I think I'm going to go to Denton, Texas, like 61 miles away. But the other one in Fort Worth, where I am going, is just a little too far. Because I didn't, I only have 63% right now. So let's go find the one. There it is. Yeah, we're right there with 31%. So let's go ahead and get that started. Coming up on the Red River, and we'll be crossing back into Texas. So I'm glad I got out early, but the rain we're seeing now is nothing compared to what's coming in a few hours. So we're going to get through this and get past it. We are crossing the border back into Texas. Got 35 miles to the Electrify America in Denton. We'll get back to when we get there. So my efficiency it's been lower because, against the wind, wet roads, and I was driving a little bit faster to get ahead of the worst of it. So instead of arriving at 35% as the car was predicting, we're right now sitting at 24%. This is fine. I got 50 miles of range and I got a half a mile to go. And the battery should be nice and warm from sitting all night and 30-degree temperature. So we got it all nice and warmed up. According to the way the car was parked last night, and when I started the preconditioning the inside of the car this morning, you know, I didn't lose any capacity overnight. Lost a little bit as it was preconditioning by the time I got into the car. Like all the chargers are available. Well, maybe nobody's there. I don't know which one's online or not. I wish they just turn the lights off on them because they're not online. M50. Okay, we're backed in. And yeah, got a Walmart delivery van, all 100% electric, just pulled in. So let's go and get this thing activated. Well, we're plugged in, pulling 98 kilowatts right now. Well, it's raining. It just started to rain on me. Let's let this go and we'll see what it does. Yeah, we did peak out at 110 kilowatts, so it's ramping down, but you can see I got more than enough range. I'm gonna go visit my mom for the next day or so and then head back home tomorrow. So I'm gonna head over there. So see you on the road. Well, it's Tuesday morning. Spent a day and a half visiting my mom, and now it's time to go back and charging is going to be a challenge today. I need to make it to Round Rock, Texas, because the charger Electrify America in Waco is now officially offline as they're replacing all the hardware. And so I need to get to the one down in Round Rock, which is scheduled for maintenance but for replacement. So, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen. They're still online right now. So I need to stop. I'm going to stop at Cracker Barrel. They have a EVgo 50 kilowatt, and I'm going to have lunch. And my range right now is 157 miles, and to make the EV go is probably I need probably another 30 miles on top of that, and I'm just going to do a little buffer on it past it, and so I can make that, and I can do that charge and make it home from there. So let's go to Cracker Barrel and have lunch. So I've already got it in my navigation, and it's about 14 miles away, and one charge is being used, the other one's free, so we'll see how that goes when I get there, because there's two of them. So if I get there quick enough, I should get that one. So let's get on the highway.
Exit 437 to the right. In a quarter of a mile, bear right. Bear right. station on the right.
Oh, there it is. Got 2 cars charging. Hope somebody leaves. Great. Let's go figure this out. Well, I'm done with my lunch. I charged it 95%. I got plenty of range to make Round Rock. My range bubble looks well past Austin, so I can go with speed. Do a charge there and then make it home. So let's get on the road. Well, we're coming into Round Rock. Got about 8 miles to go. So the exit. So the traffic's been fairly heavy. So we got to take the exit and do a U-turn and come back up the feeder. And it's going to be at HEB grocery store. There it is. It's up there. There they are. And we're at the Outland Mall also. All kinds of things to do here. Let's go see what's what here. There's a 150. That's what I want. Okay, let's get plugged in. All right, I'm plugged in, and I ramped up to 152 at 29% state of charge, and I think I see a Starbucks. So I think I'm gonna go over there. This is going to charge up, and this will be the last charge before I get home. Finally out of the Austin rush hour traffic, back flowing again. We got 84 miles to get home. Looks like got some Amazon packages I need to move. Well, I'm home. Thanks for coming along. Bye.